Piailug, Satawal, Western Carolinas. No navigators in Polynesia. The last one passed away, his name was Piailug, in my lifetime. We know extinction. Miracle, and this is what I was told. I carefully do not try to say that I understand the history of the Micronesian navigators, because I don't. But what I was told, there was only 6 masters left on the earth. The ones that knew the magic, knew the deep side. He was the youngest. He's the edge. So I was told leadership met with him. He happened to be in Hawaii, and they asked him a question. But the question was about, would you sail a voyaging canoe? 2,400 miles. The canoe is 8 times bigger than yours. A voyage 6 times longer. The canoe is not constructed yet, and the crew has not been selected. Wouldn't you have some questions? And Mauʻs, I was told, with limited English, to say, yes, I'll do it. Mauʻs has layers and layers of genius. One of them is compassion. He knew that we didn't know anything. If he don't come, we do not pull Tahiti out of the sea. So his great contribution to Hawaii and the Pacific was to agree, make a decision and agree. Next slide. This is Satawal, the powerful school of Orion. Maybe the most powerful along with Pwo. Left alone by the colonial powers of the Spanish and the Japanese and the Germans and the Americans, because they didn't have a lagoon. So Satawal had no military value to the colonial powers. They left it alone. The school wasn't broken. No, this is our school, because we come from that school. Mauʻs was confronted with this map. He doesn't understand what maps are. You need bearings on the star compass. You need to know, just tell me, where do you want me to go? I'll get you there. Next slide. Yeah, all you gotta do is stay on that blue line, and you'll find Tahiti. No. Maybe if you're down the beach in Waikiki, and you look towards the island here, towards south, there's an island up there. If you look at, if you could imagine that island over the horizon, 2,400 miles away, and you could draw a line to the eastern side of Tahiti and a line to the western side of Tahiti. It's 0.6 of 1 degree. Go find it with the stars and the bird and the wave and the moon and the courage. 1978, trained us for 2 years. It was difficult. It's a long story, we're not going to get into intense training. You want to learn navigation? And so we trained for the 28 months, next slide, with him as a teacher here. We trained 28 months, we're ready to go. We're in Hilo waiting for good winds. It rained 5 days. Mauʻs hadn't talked to me for 2 months. The final exam for the navigator is whether you're going to choose courage or you're going to choose fear. It's the final exam. And he wants his student to choose fear. And he was mad. He let me go and just live with myself in that fear. But in Hilo, it kept raining for 5 days. And for me, the way to deal with fear, because fear takes you to the road of shame. It's chronic back then, because you're native Hawaiian. Because the expectation by the larger society that you're gonna succeed less and fail a lot more. The way to deal with failure is not to try. I needed the alibi not to go, because I was scared. Mauʻs really, really mad. We were walking in the pouring rain, he had no hat on, and just water dripping down his face, and we were on the sidewalk in Hilo going to the hotel that we're staying at. He and I are walking together, and he just stops me on the sidewalk. He turns to me, and I know when he's mad, his eyes get red. And he goes, hey, you Nainoa? Storms come in pairs. They never come in one storm. You're okay on the ocean. The big, powerful cyclones that you engage on the ocean. You're okay because you pay respect and you're humble and you honor that storm. Much more powerful than you. I want you to be careful in the storm. That's not the storm I'm worried about, Nainoa. It's the storm inside of you. Your choice. For fear and doubt. He said, if you don't choose some other way, you're not going to find your homeland. The storm is fear. And then he said, when we go on the Pwo Nainoa, weather comes good, we're going. He was so brilliant, he understood that I was too scared to navigate. Because of doubt. When the weather clears, we're going. And he said, when the storm on the ocean comes to you, you stand up, put on your jacket, turn, face the wind and the rain, and you stay there until the storm is power, till it leaves you. And he said, one thing you never do, never let your crew know that you're afraid. And then he walked away from me and he never talked to me again. But we did go. Yeah, down to Tahiti, 1980, Hawaii, navigated down, led it, Mauʻs there, to make sure we didn't make the big mistakes. One story about Mauʻs it comes in my mind because of this conversation of rising oceans. What's the solution? When we didn't know anything, Mauʻs had limited English, all we would do was sail with him and watch him. On a bright, sunny, nice day, on the deep ocean, average day, you only know where you are by memorizing where you come from. What are you memorizing? Nature. The wave, the dolphin, the mangoku, the star, the planet, the moon. And you commit that to memory. And so, on an average sunny day, Mauʻs out there, maybe he makes 5,000 observations. And then he makes 500 choices, constantly balancing the canoe to the wave and the wind. Move this water ball, steer this way, turn left, turn right. And then he makes two decisions at sunrise and sunset. Where are you? Where are you going? What if, for a moment, the voice of the Pacific comes together and just say, we need change. What if all these navigators in this room, on this panel, in this floor, were able to communicate something deeper than the science? It's about values of love, place, home, family, the security of our children. What if every human being, multiply 500 choices by 8 billion, that is 4 trillion human choices a day. What if we made better choices? What if we made good ones? How can the voice of the Pacific help the world to make better choices? 4 trillion every day. 29 years you stay with us until the deadly disease that they have in Micronesia is chronic diabetes. I started to think about FestPac. 28 countries, how we identify? Yes, because every country needs to be honored by who they are and remain who they are, yes. But what if you drew a line around the 28 countries and made it one nation? So I'm like fooling around at 2 o'clock in the morning thinking, there's something bigger here. What if it was one nation? I do know it's 22 times larger than the United States. I do know it's something 28 or 27 million square nautical miles. That by far is the biggest country on earth. And what if we came together, single voice? FestPac needs to meet every year with leadership to be prepared for change in the next 4 years. We can't wait that long. Then I got kind of delirious and called my friend to help me, because I don't know how to do this kind of stuff, but I said, put the biggest countries into our country. Well, there's Russia, there's China, there's United States, there's Australia, there's France, and so forth. They all fit in our country. For about 25 years now, I knew that the only solution for Pacific people to get to thrive, it's got to come together. So I always had this big message about we need to be unified. Wrong. What you taught me is that we are. And we're powerful. Thank you.